Quite the day here in 49ers land. Obviously, Nick Bosa and the 49ers have beaten the deadline of week one, 5 years, $170 million tacked on top of Nick Bosa's existing contract, which ran through the end of this upcoming 2022 season. But more good news beyond just that for the 49ers, who, they'd gone through a weird August. The whole Trey Lance trade, some injuries during camp, obviously the Nick Bosa holdout was hanging over this football team. Well, in one afternoon today, a lot changed about the tenor of the 49ers offseason heading into this opener against Pittsburgh. For example, George Kittle was back out at practice, and he was moving well without a adductor injury. Oren Burks back out at practice, the linebacker with a knee injury ever since he collided with Devontae Adams in Vegas. He looks on track to play. So does Jake Moody. They still have Matthew Wright, the practice squad kicker, just in case Jake Moody isn't ready to go with the quad strain on Sunday. But Moody has been kicking at practice, and the 49ers do believe that he will be ready to go. Tashawn Gibson, the veteran safety, the starter, he's also back out at practice, and so is Talanoa Hufanga. I know Hufanga was out there on Monday, but he's back out today as well. So between Kittle, Burks, Moody, Gibson, and Hufanga, you throw Bosa into that mix. Bosa probably very near landing here in the Bay Area to join the 49ers at practice starting tomorrow on Thursday. Between all those guys, the battle station is going to be fully operational when it rolls into Pittsburgh on Sunday. You could witness the firepower of this fully operational battle station. That's what Kyle Shanahan could tell Mike Tomlin before the game against the Steelers on Sunday. So all of a sudden, the vibes have reversed. The 49ers are locked, loaded, and essentially ready to go for Sunday's game against the Steelers. They've actually named their 6 team captains. So here they are, the team captains for the 49ers. Eric Armstead, Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Fred Warner, and Trent Williams. Now, obviously, a notable omission from that list is Nick Bosa, who's been a team captain before, including last year for the 49ers. But, this is a voting process. It's a ranked choice voting kind of thing in the 49ers locker room to select these team captains. And when somebody holds out and hasn't been around all training camp and all preseason, it's going to be really hard to get enough votes to be a team captain. So I don't think that this is surprising or controversial in the least bit. Bosa wasn't around in August. He's not a team captain. And I don't think people care all too much, inside that 49ers locker room. They've got their captain selected. The guys with the C on their chest will be Purdy, Armstead, Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Fred Warner, and Trent Williams, and they'll go to battle with that. I don't think it will stop Nick Bosa from delivering weekly speeches, which he has given the night before games if he so chooses to. Nobody's going to tell Nick Bosa, the richest defensive player in NFL history now, $34 million per year. Nobody's going to tell him that he can't talk. So I think that his duties, except for the C on the chest, will all be the same for the 49ers moving forward. So 49ers front office, let me just leave this here before I take off in the team facility. We don't have the full details of the contract yet, but you can tune in maybe a little bit later tonight when we get those, because those are going to determine how the 49ers are looking from a cap sustainability standpoint in 2024 and beyond. But the 49ers have now given out 6 position record deals under this regime of Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Pretty ridiculous that people have said that this regime is cheap, right? They're the furthest from cheap. I'm not sure if there's a regime in NFL history that's given out as many record deals. It's 7 if you include the fact that Kyle Juszczyk has been paid top of the position price twice. He signed with the 49ers in 2017, and then again, I believe, before 2022, either 2021 or 2022. So 2 record contracts for Kyle Juszczyk, a QB record for Jimmy Garoppolo in 2018, a record for George Kittle and tight ends in 2020, a record for Fred Warner and linebackers in 2021, a record for Trent Williams amongst tackles in 2021, and obviously now this record for Nick Bosa and all defensive players in 2023. 6 position record contracts and 4 years of big deals getting done for the 49ers. 4 straight seasons of big deals getting done. 2020 Kittle, 2021 Fred Warner plus Trent Williams, 2022 Deebo Samuel, 2023 Nick Bosa. Kyle Shanahan said we want to have one of those every year. That's the goal. And I think that the 49ers, they're confident they got this done in cap sustainable fashion. I don't know the details yet, so again, I'm not going to get into those details until I have them so we could see how it balances out with the 2024 books and the 49ers' ability to make the next big deal happen. Brandon Ayuk, 2024, right? but I don't think the 49ers inked this deal on Wednesday. It's still a few days before the deadline. I don't think they would have caved to something that wouldn't have been sustainable for them. I think it's as simple as that. So the 49ers are really good at this. They're really good at building a strong, powerful roster of A-listers. You draft, develop, or trade for the A-listers, and then you pay them, and you keep them together to maximize the title window. The Super Bowl window is wide open for the 49ers here in week one. We're going to have a lot of 49ers Steelers preview content, and we're going to have a full breakdown of this Nick Bosa contract. More detail than you'll get it anywhere else as soon as those numbers are in. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, and we'll talk to you all soon here. So long from the 49ers logo at Levi Stadium.